Hi everyone, it's Lindsay. It has been a very long time since I posted a video and I apologize for that. Pardon my son's teddy bear. All the other pillows are in the wash. So I'm using his teddy bear as a pillow at the current moment as he is currently sleeping. I will give you a sneak peek of him in a second. Oh, surprise, I've had a boy. So anyways, the last video I posted, I think I was a couple months pregnant. Yeah, it's been a really long time. I've gotten quite a few more subscribers, so hey y'all, thanks for subscribing. Again, I apologize for lack of videos. It's been a hectic few months. I was working really hard to just try and bring in some money and have some savings for maternity leave. Yeah, so I was working the 45 hours at my work that I normally do, and then I had a part-time job on the side that I was working another 26 hours at throughout the week. So yeah, it was a good 70 hours a week I was working, and I just had no time to make videos and upload them. Plus I was exhausted all the time because I was pregnant. I'm talking quiet because he's sleeping on my lap right now. Yeah, just trying to make things work, and Matt was working so much, and yeah. So anyways, my due date was August 10th. I had a very easy pregnancy other than just being tired all the time. Nothing really serious, just gallbladder attacks, which is common with the surgery as well. So, it's not something abnormal. Baby wasn't affected by my attacks, but I probably had a good 10 attacks my whole pregnancy. I gained 11 pounds during my pregnancy. We are currently 8 weeks yesterday out from having my baby, and I am currently down 30 pounds, so that's awesome. I'm breastfeeding, so I guess that helps a lot. So we're on the track to back on track to weight loss. It has been hard to get back into a regimen just because I am eating more due to breastfeeding, but I feel like I'm losing the weight. Oh, sorry guys, I'm tired. I feel like I'm losing the weight pretty significantly anyways, so that's good. Yeah, so like I said, very easy pregnancy, nothing went wrong other than gallbladder. When it comes to the mixture of vertical sleeve gastrectomy in with pregnancy, not a problem. It almost seemed like I was able to eat more, but I heard somewhere that it's like your body knows that it needs to take in more nutrients, and it expands your stomach to do so, but everything goes back to normal after, because now it's like I'm back to being really, really restricted again. But when I was pregnant, I could eat double what I was able to. So if I was able to eat like a palm full of food, I was yawning, but I was showing you my palm full of food. I was able to eat like 2.5 while I was pregnant. But yeah, so that's the only difference. I was able to eat everything I was before, no restrictions. It was pretty easy pregnancy. Okay, so quick, I'll just talk about my birth story. I was rated as high risk due to the surgery, although there was no other reasons why I was high risk. So the only difference during my doctor visits was that I had to see one high risk doctor. I had a regular OB. I wasn't allowed to have a midwife because I was high risk. you can fight that, but it was fine because the OB that I had was the OB that delivered me when I was a baby. So I was like, ah, it's okay. Maybe the next one I'll have a midwife. Yeah, so she sent me to see a high-risk OB just because she didn't know anything about the surgery. So I did. I actually had my baby in London, so if anybody's in that area, Dr. Peneva was the high-risk doctor. So funny, so awesome. I love her. She said that there's nothing wrong because this surgery isn't like malabsorptive. It's just like restrictive surgery. I'm not actually not taking in the nutrients I need. So in that case, you're able to do the glucose test, which is disgusting, but the little orange drink that they make you chug in 5 minutes, you're still able to do that if you had VSG. Now, if you had gastric bypass or the duodenal switch, you would actually have to do a different form to do the glucose type test to see if you had gestational diabetes. So that's something you'll have to ask your doctor. Otherwise, everything was fine. I switched from my Centrum 50 plus chewables to prenatal chewables, but I got their prenatals, they're gummies, prenatal gummies from the US for the Meyer brand because they were cheaper, but the vitamins had a higher percentage of like minerals and vitamins within the prenatal, so it was just a no-brainer, and I only had to take 2 a day for double the amount that I would take for 2 of the Centrum, or for the prenatals here. So yeah, it was a no-brainer. So I took those the whole way through. I took folic acid until like 7 months, and then I just stopped taking them, but doctor said that's fine after 15 weeks because the brain has established the neuro tube defects have been like eliminated by that time, so you should be good to go. Still taking prenatal, although I haven't been able to get to the US in a while because after so many months they don't let you cross, or they don't like to let you cross, and I haven't received his birth certificate yet, even though it's been 2 months. So I am not able to go to the US yet, and Matt's working all the time. So that's that. So I've just been taking the first response prenatal chewies, or the gummies in the meantime. I have been a little bit laxy-daisy on my calcium as well as some of the other vitamins, but I'm going to do a whole other video on my birth story because I went in with an expectation of this all-natural hypnobirthing, exciting birth experience that I wasn't nervous for, I wasn't scared for. I was actually very happy, I was excited. I was so pumped to do this experience, and it was absolutely horrible. Oh, he's starting to wake up. It was actually the most horrible 3-day birth experience that ended in an emergency C-section. So I'm actually going to do a birth story video, but that has nothing to do with vertical sleeve gastrectomy or weight loss surgery or anything like that. So I'm going to keep this video strictly about that. I'm going to do another video about that, and then yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the update. So like I said, he was born August 3rd. Okay, it was due August 10th. He was born August 13th. I was induced August 11th. He was 7 pounds, 10 ounces. He was born first thing in the morning, 6:39. And yeah. So yeah, that was in London. You also have the choice to have your OB monitored in Hamilton at the McMaster Hospital. or like University Hospital, or you can just go to wherever you want, your choice, just due to the surgery. I said that I was fine. I didn't need to be monitored by the hospital. I felt like I was good to go. I had one appointment with the clinic in Hamilton, and that was it. Other than that, I never really talked with them. My next appointment with them is in January, so 4-ish months away. So, oh, pardon me, guys. He's doing awesome. He's smiling right now, I think. No, he's not smiling. Everything everywhere right now because I'm trying to get some paperwork done in between while he sleeps. So I have like my couch. It's just like him on my lap and paperwork everywhere. He's doing really, really well. Now, I'll talk about my birth story in detail, but within 3 hours after he was born, he was actually taken to the NICU, and he was there for a week. He was on IV and antibiotics. So, like I said, I will talk about all of that in my birth story video. He's doing amazing now. He is, I want to say, probably 12.5 pounds, and he is 8 weeks. So we go next Wednesday for his 2-month shots for the little guy, and we get weighed again, so maybe I'll do another video then. He's the cutest thing I've ever seen. He's so precious. First couple nights home, like I said, he was in the NICU, so he was up every 2 hours being force feeding. Well, that's force feeding. He had a feeding tube, so they fed him every 2 hours through his feeding tube. And then after that, 2 days before he was sent home, they took the feeding tube out, fed him formula, and I stayed with him the last 4 days because I was discharged. So 4 or 5 days I stayed with him, and I asked to try and breastfeed as much as possible, but my milk wasn't in fully. So we supplemented breast milk for formula, and anyways, this will be part of the story, but I was scared that he would have confusion and wouldn't breastfeed. But now he only breastfeed, and I try and give him a bottle when we're out, and he will not take it. Oh, he's up. So he won't take a bottle even with breast milk in it, so, which is a good thing. But we have another 4 months until he can start to eat food. So we'll see how that goes. His name is Leland, and yeah, I'm a very proud mama. I love him to bits. So I was hoping he would wake up in time for it to be seen, but he's not fully awake yet. I'll see if I can get just a quick snapshot of him for you guys, and then maybe I'll have him more alert and awake for the next video. And here he is. How Leland? He smiled for the camera. Oh, we got a smile for the camera. Oh, big baby stretches. Here he is. And he's out again, which I'm not complaining about. So anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks for everybody who stuck around and asked where the hell is she? I am here. I am alive. Just very busy. The first few nights coming back home from the NICU, he was only sleeping like 2 hours total a night, broken sleep, just constantly hungry, which makes sense. But we had a baby shower for him September 9th, and then the next day we went to London, and we were there for like 10 hours, and he was so tired when we got home that he slept for 8.5, 9 hours. I was scared I had to wake him up because he's never slept that long before. And ever since that day, he's slept between 7 and 8 hours every single night. So, fingers crossed it stays like that, but he's doing an awesome, awesome job. So, very, very proud. He can hold his head up really high. He's mumbling words to me already. The doctor said he's at like a 4-month level and he's only 2 months. So, I'm really, really, really excited and happy about that. So, yes. So, probably another month or two, I will get back to walking every day, doing my workouts, and a lot better eating habits. Right now, I'm still trying to figure out this whole mom life thing. I go walking with my mom once a week on Wednesdays for an hour and a half. It's still like little outings and like exercise is really overwhelming. Although I had a C-section, I'm not fully healed, but I'm pretty much there. It's taking me a lot longer just because I didn't do the rest that I needed in the NICU. I do have appreciation for mothers who have children in the NICU, although we were only there for a week. There are moms that are there for a lot longer, and especially if you've had a C-section and a kid in the NICU, it's really hard work. A mom will usually have C-section and come home and rest for a week or for 6 weeks. Moms who had a C-section and then her kids in the NICU don't rest. They are up 24 hours. I think the entire time I was in the NICU with him, I probably slept a total of 5 hours, and I think he was in there for 7 days. I probably slept 5 hours over 7 days. It was horrible, really, it was. I was constantly pumping, I was constantly feeding, I was taking over for the nurses just because they have so many other babies to watch over, and their parents aren't there with them all the time. They can't feasibly stay there. I was changing his diaper, which is my responsibility, so I'm not saying that I shouldn't have. I was changing him, I was feeding him, I was pumping, I was doing his taking his temperature, I was bathing him and doing all that stuff that the nurses were doing. But I couldn't sleep when he slept just because there was a lot of stuff going on, because it's not a hospital room for adults, so there's a cot there, but because I was in pain because of my incision, my epidural in my back, which I will talk about later because that was traumatic in itself, I physically couldn't lay down, I couldn't sit down, but I couldn't stand, and I had extreme water retention in my legs, so I was just in pain all over. My head was pounding, and I was tired and hungry, and I couldn't sleep. So, I am really glad that we are home and everything's good now. So, yeah. So that's my ramble. Alright, this video's been 20 minutes long. And, he's slowly waking up. I know he's going to want to eat when he wakes up. So, I'm going to let you guys and gals go. And I hope you guys all have a great week. And like I said, I will get another video on with my birth story if anybody's interested. I always YouTube birth stories. Although, honestly, being pregnant and the vertical sleeve, like, no complications. There's no, like, overlapping. So, like, there's not much to actually talk about. I think that's why there's not many videos about it out there, because I looked and there wasn't. So, there's nothing much. Like, if you had the surgery and then, like, 10 to 15 months later you got pregnant, there's no reason to be concerned. Yeah. Good thing, though, this is a good positive. If you have the surgery, lose weight, and then become pregnant, don't get rid of your clothes because they all fit you. I was like, I didn't buy any maternity clothes. I bought one shirt, but it was actually, like, I wear it now. It wasn't maternity. I did buy a maternity dress for my maternity shoot. But other than that, I just wore my fat clothes. I didn't get rid of them. So, that's a positive. Yeah, so that's it, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I look like crap. I am a mother who's breastfeeding and just hanging out with my babe all day. So, I'm not in the getting dressed up and looking fancy. My hair was straight because it was my man's birthday yesterday. So, my roots are coming in. My nails aren't done. I'm a mess. But my baby's healthy, and that's all that matters. Alright, guys. Thanks again. And have a great week. And we will talk to you later. Bye.